How's it going, guys? I'm back with another video on retro bodybuilding magazines. Now, yesterday I covered an old issue of Muscle and Fitness magazine, and I happened to talk about natural bodybuilding as I compared it to enhanced professional bodybuilding. And you guys know what I mean by enhanced. I mean anabolic assistance. And lo and behold, I go through my closet this morning and I find this. I totally forgot that I bought this. All right, and this is from February 1998. I think this is the only copy of Natural Bodybuilding magazine that I bought. I just saw it in the store and picked it up. I would have been working at Tinley Sport and Health, training clients there at the time. So, now first and foremost, these guys really aren't natural. They just look like smaller, enhanced bodybuilders, in my opinion. And I knew a couple of natural bodybuilders, and both of them confessed to me that they use pro hormones. As I've said before, pro hormones are agents that stimulate a weaker strain of your own natural testosterone. And I'm pretty sure it's a synthetic agent. Yeah. So there's that. So they aren't really natural, but people have their own opinions on what natural is, or the definition of natural. Some people may say that you use absolutely nothing other than food, maybe amino acids and a multivitamin. So, other people say, well, it's people who just use lesser enhancement, like pro hormones. Now, and look what I see right on the first page. Inside of the cover is Androplex. So, yeah, and it's what do you get when you combine the three most potent testosterone elevating compounds known? More size, more strength, more muscle. And it has the word andro in it. And andro pertains to androgen. And androgens are sex hormones. And the most common is testosterone. So already they're off to a bad start when it comes to being completely natural. But, so yeah, these natural guys aren't really completely natural. They really aren't. But anyway. They just look like smaller, enhanced bodybuilders to me. And again, as I said before, it takes something eye-popping to make a sport or competition marketable. And even in natural bodybuilding, they do want some eye-popping results. Otherwise, no one will have any interest. I don't even know if this... Well, I'm sure this magazine or this publication or something like it exists in some guys or some guys, some form or another. Probably not a physical magazine though. Oh, okay, is that Emmanuel Stewart? Oh no, that's Floyd Patterson, legendary boxer. It's interesting. So yeah. These are natural physiques. So, pretty interesting stuff. I mean, obviously you aren't going to see any bodybuilding superstars in this. Natural wonders. Oh yeah, I remember this picture. Yeah. I mean, these guys look pretty impressive, considering that they aren't using full-on anabolic assistance. Oh yeah, and I remember reading about this, one body part per day training. Yeah, time-consuming. I tried it back in the 90s, and I just quickly reverted back to doing a split routine. Training multiple body parts. Yeah. Okay. Do or die. Getting your pre-contest tan just right. Yeah. Natural bodybuilding. I remember this picture. And again, you know, this guy looks to me like a smaller version of an enhanced bodybuilder. I don't know, man. Those peaks, or those bicep peaks, are like really high to be natural. So, yeah. I've known, like I said, I've known several bodybuilders. One guy worked at Sport and Health with me. He was a coworker. He was a good trainer, and he trained competitively in natural bodybuilding. And the same applies to him. I mean, he wasn't as big as all out enhanced, pharmaceutically enhanced bodybuilders, but it was hard to believe that he was completely natural. But I do remember that guy eating. Jeez, man. He just ate and ate. He'd come to work and he'd have his food, and which, you know, consisted of like 7 or 8 sandwiches. And he was eating every hour and a half, you know, and I don't want to gross anybody out, but I mean, when you just consume that much food, you know, you're gonna have to make some bowel movements. I mean, he'd stink up the whole bathroom. I mean, he'd have his tuna and egg whites sandwiches. I mean, he'd have a bag. He'd come to work with a couple of like duffel bags, and one of those duffel bags was just food. You know, the guy was constantly passing gas. You know, yeah. All of that eating gets really old. That guy's impressive, but again, I don't think he's completely natural. I really don't. But impressive nonetheless. So, and as I probably said before, I do have a fascination with bodybuilding, but it's not for the reasons you may think. I don't do it anymore. I don't focus on size in my own workouts. But I am a career personal trainer, and I consider myself a student of all aspects of strength training. I like to say that I focus on functional strength and mobility, particularly since I train a lot of older people now. I do a lot of functional strength and mobility work, core and balance, joint stability, joint health, joint mobility. But I'm a student of all aspects. I mean, that's yoga, that's Pilates, that's powerlifting, that's bodybuilding, sports conditioning, speed and agility training, plyometrics. I study everything, student of all of it. This guy looks kind of grainy there. This video probably isn't going to be as long as the others because this magazine isn't as thick as the Flex and Muscle and Fitness, and believe me, I have a bunch more of those. But yeah, this Natural Bodybuilding magazine is just one of several kind of off-brand magazines that I have, meaning that they aren't Flex or Muscle and Fitness, but I have 10 to 15, maybe more, magazines that aren't as popular, but they're still interesting. But a ton of Flex and Muscle and Fitness. 1997 NGA Wisconsin Natural Bodybuilding Championships. Yeah. Look at these guys. I mean, what do you think? I mean, are they completely natural, or are they using pro-hormones or SARMs? I don't know if SARMs were around back then. This was a long time ago, man. This is from 1998. But the first time I was confronted with pro-hormones, it was the like 2003. The first time I actually saw them. I worked at a gym called Bodysmith Personal Training, and we trained a lot of gay men there. And these guys, you want to talk about a community of people who care about how they look, man. Geez, like gay men are probably as image conscious as straight women, and they really care about how they look. So when you'd walk into Bodysmith, you'd see by the front desk, you'd see like a rack with pro hormones that they had for sale. Like Mag 10 was one. And they had Tribulus, which isn't a pro hormone. Tribulus is actually an herb, as far as I remember. And they had, oh, actually they had something that was part Tribulus and pro hormone, I think. But they had several concoctions that they offered for sale, you know. So these guys would buy their pro hormones, and but it's legal, or at least it was. I'm not sure if it is now, but it was legal. So that's Natural Bodybuilding Magazine. Again, from February 1998. As you can see, it's not as thick as the Muscle and Fitness and Flex publications. All right, so I'd like to thank you guys for watching another video from PLA Mind and Body Works. And I'll be back with more information and content on the fitness industry, personal training, and strength training in general. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.